Magandang Sabado. Beautiful Saturday, isn't it?
You couldn't ask for a more beautiful day, Liz. Absolutely gorgeous today.
Yes, and what we're going to do is talk about something we've never talked before. 9 years in doing this, and we have not had a photographer on the show.
Never ever a photographer.
Never.
As many pictures as we take.
Exactly.
With the homes.
And we're going to have a great show because we're going to talk about how photography and storytelling and first impressions actually goes with real estate.
Right. It ties in hand.
And we are so blessed because there is a very special person that's going to be added to the Goodchild team soon.
Okay.
And who is that?
No, none other than Annette Patko.
Yes, and she is the owner of Bordeaux Studio, Bordeaux Photography. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, ladies. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I love your colors right now. It's all pink, my favorite color.
Yes.
You know, you're all about color. You're all about photography. I mean, is that your favorite color too? Pink? Or
Yes, pink and black. Usually,
and
as
black.
a photographer, I always wear black, but today I thought I'm going to be bright, so I'm in pink.
Nice. And oh my goodness, I am so happy that you've joined our team. Tagalog word for photography. Can you say it?
Yes.
What is it?
Larawan.
Larawan. Yes, Larawan. Almost. You got it. And so, but Annette is just not a photographer. She's actually a former realtor returning to the business with a photographic eye.
Okay, that's
So what
telling
we
a
do
story.
here, Annette, is, our guests, we like to tell people about you first, and I like our listeners to get to know you. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, are you from Chicago? Like, were you born and raised in Chicago?
No, so actually, I was born in Poland.
Oh.
And I was 2 years old when I left Poland, and we moved to Germany, where I
Nice.
lived till I was 14. And when I was 14, we came to Chicago.
Chicago. So, do you
Yes.
speak Polish and German?
Yes, I speak Polish and German.
Nice.
My dad has German roots. My mom is Polish. So we spoke both at home growing up.
Nice.
And when I first came to Chicago, I didn't like it at all, but now I love it.
So, why Chicago? Why did your parents pick Chicago?
Chicago has one of the biggest Polish populations outside of Poland.
I see.
And my mom's family has been here for years, so we visited them. As a child, I came here a couple times before we moved, and then we decided to move because everybody told us, come here, come here.
Come here, come
Yes.
here. So why I know why you wouldn't like Chicago when you were 14 years old. I mean, I'm sure it's about the cold, right?
The cold and also independence. In Europe, I was, as a teenager, much more independent than I was here at first.
Oh, I see. And you weren't independent here in the city of Chicago?
No,
No?
well, I didn't know anybody either, so it was hard in the beginning. You had to make new friends. You left all your whole life.
Yes.
Yes.
And interesting that age 14. That's also when I came to America too, age
nice.
14. So I know exactly how what that was
Yes.
like. 14 years old. You were a teenager and you've had a lot of friends, back home, and now you came to a place where you're not going back. You're not going back home,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because you're here to stay.
Here to
So
stay. We did go back when I was 16 for a couple of months, and I didn't like it anymore in Germany. I wanted to be back here in Chicago, so
nice. We're in Germany.
in Berlin, in West Berlin.
West Berlin.
Yes,
And
yes,
wow.
yes.
So I have a sister in Germany too. Married a German for 30 years, and so my nieces. I have two nieces and a nephew who's half German. So you know the culture very well. You're always on time, aren't you?
Well, now that I'm here. Yeah.
That's the German culture,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
It's for sure you like things in order.
Yes,
they like things in
yes,
order.
they like things in order. Very,
Yes.
very orderly,
Very
right?
orderly, clean.
So okay, you went to college, or tell us a little bit about your story.
Yes, so I went to college 2 times.
Okay,
I went-
college 2 times.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 2 degrees. I have one first time in college right out of high school. I went for business, and then I worked in and travel and tourism. I thought I'm going to be a travel agent. I had a travel agency for a little bit, And then business, I had computer consulting company with my former husband, and we both got into real estate.
You both got into
Yes,
real
we
estate
both got
at
into
that
real
time.
estate
Okay.
in our end 20s. So we
In
both,
your 20s,
yeah, we got
wow.
into real estate, and it kind of was because we sold a house and it sold really fast. I loved our real estate agent at the time, and we bought a fixer-upper house. So we did a complete remodel, and we just fell in love with that whole process. So then we ended up getting a real estate license and buying some fixer-uppers on the side.
So then you then decided to step away from real estate. Tell us that story.
Yes. So I stepped away from real estate because at the time I was going through a divorce, and it was hard with a young baby at the time to do real estate, and being a mom, and I had a love for photography always. So I was going back to college at the time too for marketing,
I see.
and just photography jumped out at me. It chose me, I think. And
It did.
Yeah.
So-
I was meant to be a photographer.
So how did how did photography became your professional world?
So at the first incident is because being a woman, you don't see many women sometimes in different professions, and photography is one of them. There's a lot of men in photography, and especially in wedding photography. For a long time, I only saw men wedding photographers, and I was standing up in a wedding, and the photographer was a woman, and she was awesome. She was a mom of 3, and I asked her a whole lot of questions, and she said, "You seem to really like it. You should look into this." And after that wedding, I went home. I was going to school for marketing, but something went inside off in me that I would love photography. But back up to that story is before Instagram, before this whole visual, you have to photograph every food that's on your plate. I did that.
You did that before that was popular.
Yes, before there's phones. I did that with my camera. And everybody after every party asked me for pictures because everybody always forgot their camera, because back then you had to bring a camera, and they said, "Oh, Annette's going to have her camera, so I don't need to worry." And I did, and I took all the pictures, the food, the details, the people, and I had like hundreds of pictures after every party. I printed out 3 or 4 sets at Costco, and I made envelopes for all my friends and gave them always photos.
And that's how you started?
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of photography do Bordeaux Studios? Is Bordeaux Studios?
Bordeaux Studio.
Bordeaux
yes.
Studios. What do you specialize in? Is it one area? You spoke of weddings.
Yes.
Is there one particular area?
So I started with weddings, and that was a really good passion of mine, which wedding and real estate will kind of go hand in hand because you photograph new beginnings, and with real estate, I get to help people with new beginnings, with a new home for a new family maybe. So it kind of goes together. But right now I do mostly business photos, which I love. I love helping people in business put good professional images out there online to promote their business, themselves, their brand, and show up really authentically and showing themselves for their future customers to make the best first impression. So I also do boudoir for ladies. I don't advertise that much, but I do boudoir.
What is that? Do you know what boudoir is?
No.
Boudoir is kind of sexy photos in lingerie.
Oh,
Think of
boudoir.
Victoria's Secret
Okay.
type of photos.
Boudoir.
Yeah, yes,
okay.
boudoir.
So, which brings me Bordeaux. So,
Yes.
what made you choose Bordeaux?
I wanted an artsy name. Bordeaux is a region in France that has good wine. I also love wine, and I love the name Bordeaux and French things, so I wanted a French name.
I see.
So
I
it's
see.
Bordeaux.
Very, very interesting.
And your bio say you love people, food,
Yes.
and things of that nature. So how does those 3 things, the people, food, and interiors, how does that shape what you do in the business? The way you see space. How does that correlate?
Photography too. So back to my story, like later on when I was in photography, I went back to college. I got my degree in photography at Columbia College. So that's my second degree, and photography teaches you to have a better eye in general. When not necessarily everybody goes to college for photography, but when you do, it trains your eye in a lot of photo critiques. So if you are in a photography room with a lot of photographers and you criticize one photo and everybody takes a little detail apart, you learn details. You become more detail oriented. So I feel like with people and real estate, I'm going to be detail oriented in general, because I will see a hair out of place, a vase out of place, something out of place more
You'll have
than
that
the
eye.
average person, because
Yes.
it doesn't bother somebody, but it'll bother me because it's a little bit
Because
out
of your
yes.
because of that photographic
Yes.
eye. Well, there's a lot to talk about because we wanted to see the psychology about these photos and all these things that we're going to learn, definitely. But before that, we like to give our listeners a little bit of a taste of what's going on in the Chicago area. What do you got for us, Linda?
Okay, Chicagoland, let's open up this weekend with a burst of family fun at Spring Fun Fest 2026 at Parkway Bank Park, 5501 Park Place in Rosemont. This free outdoor celebration happens Saturday, May 16th from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. Right on time for our afternoon listeners. Families can enjoy children's entertainment by Jenny B and the Jelly Beans. Face painting, balloon sculpting, and petting zoo is now available. This is a perfect spring afternoon where kids can laugh, play, explore, and parents can enjoy a free family outing without overthinking the weekend. And for culture, color, and community, the Skokie Festival of Cultures take over in Oakton Park in Skokie on Saturday, May the 16th as well. It's opening up at 1 p.m. and the weekend includes music, dance performances, food, beverage vendors, interactive cultural booths, and children's activities. Now, this is like taking the family around the world in one weekend without even leaving Chicagoland.